good evening. My name is Cecil Nyoni. I was born in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. To my parents, who were both teachers, so education was the most valuable thing in the household. And, well, faith first. It's always faith, discipline, and education in that order. And those things were part of our household, and everybody followed, to be honest. And but obviously I grew up in Gwanda, so that's sort of where I started. That's where I started playing football, following my brothers around, because I got two older brothers. And I started in goal, being a goalkeeper, because obviously the youngest always in goal. So that's how I started. And because I played with my older brothers, it meant that I was better than most of the kids my age group. And playing in my age group really wasn't challenging. So even when I moved to England, it wasn't challenging with my age group here as well. So I was always pushed to play above my age group, and then because I moved to England when I was 10, and then when I was 12, Rotherham United wanted to sign me, and I did go over there to have a look to see what it was like. But at that age, I was at 12. There were too many rules, too many structures, and I didn't enjoy it. I just wanted to play with my friends, and that's what I did. I rejected Rotherham. And but from that experience at Rotherham, I did understand that football could actually change your life. You can actually make something of yourself. You can actually make a living. Obviously not like back home. So I chose to enjoy my football and keep playing with my friends, and trust that my talent would shine through, and the teams would come for me. When I was 15, when I was 15, and when that time came, there was interest everywhere: Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday, Derby, Rotherham, Nottingham Forest. But I chose Sheffield Wednesday because I felt I had a better chance of breaking into the first team, and because they weren't doing well at the time. So I believe the opportunity lives where they struggled. So the belief got me there, and with my faith, obviously my parents always took us to church, and I was in Sunday school, which was non-negotiable. But when I moved to England, football started clashing with training, with matches and travel, and sometimes because your parents have to take you to the games over here. But luckily enough, I was good enough that other parents would take it in turns to come and pick me up to come to games, only because they wanted to win. So yeah, it was like that. So eventually, I believe that God had blessed me with this talent. So, and the opportunity that I had in front of me was too big to pass up, to be honest, and too much for me to ignore. So I kept my faith, obviously. I persevered, and it paid off. And looking back, I truly believe that my parents always carried me in their prayers when I couldn't go there. So every game, I felt as though they were with me. So even if they weren't there, kind of thing. But every time I asked them for anything, they never said no. So I owe everything to my parents, really, to be honest. Even when I stopped playing football, well, because like you hit the top like in such a quick space of time, and nobody tells you how to deal with things and things like that. And then obviously my mental health started to decline, and obviously like a lot of people gave up on me, kind of thing. And just like most people, like when you've not got anyone, what do you do? We end up turning to alcohol, but that wasn't good, and that led me to hospital. So, but even there, like, but I felt abandoned, but God never did, like, in a sense, kind of thing. So, like prayer, most of the time, like when you're not sure about what to do or anything like that, and it just kind of gave me like a little bit of trust that everything's gonna be okay. Do you know what I mean? And the hardest thing was letting go of football. Like when I stopped, I hated football. I couldn't watch football, couldn't coach football, didn't want to talk about football. But everywhere you go, like people know you as a guy that plays football, so all you get is football questions wherever you go. So with my eyes getting bad, even though the option was there to have eye surgery to carry on playing, I chose not to be honest. And it was one of the hardest decisions in my life, to be honest, but I just didn't enjoy football as I used to. I wasn't playing it for what got me started playing football or anything like that. And like some of the clubs I ended up like playing for, like it was just to get paid, that kind of thing. Because even though you decided not to play football anymore, like you haven't made a plan or a decision on what you're gonna do after you start football, because football is all you know. So, and I didn't want to coach at the time, so that was a difficult period of time. But thankfully enough, my parents were always there, so like I started working with them, so that kind of brought me back, to be honest. So kind of like went full circle there, kind of thing. So, and like sometimes you have to like take a moment and think that, gee, I was a kid from Gwanda and I was playing on TV like to millions across the world, so on my first ever game. So I can take that with me forever. It's like it doesn't happen like to normal people like us. So I'm grateful for the opportunity, and which is why now I've started the Cecil Nyoni Foundation, so that like we can create pathways for the next kid to chase their dreams. And obviously it starts with schools. So we work with schools first, and then I put a tournament on of all the local schools, bring the community together, so the parents are there as well. It's a whole community, and we watch the kids play football, and those who want to carry on after that, that's when the teams are formed. So that most communities have something to look forward to on weekends, or something to do, or if there's parents that want to coach, there's kids that want to coach, like coaching, do you know what I mean? So when the clubs are formed, there has to be a committee that governs that football club. So, and then as you've got the coaches, and you want a physio, bring them out oranges, all that. So there's opportunities for everyone to get involved, and that starts the grassroots. And as time goes on, like, we'll continue to grow with supply, like school supplies, and football equipment or netball equipment, for those who want to join us. So that's sort of my plan with the foundation in Zimbabwe. And there's excuse me, my closing argument, not argument, I'm in court. Only thing I really want to say is, like, if you've ever gone through anything similar, whether it's life, your job, your health, even your faith. Sometimes we question our faith, we question the Lord. But what you're going through at that particular point in your life, it's not your sentence. All right? People come and go. Opportunities disappear. Dreams may look like they've died, but God hasn't finished with you. Not even close. When, not even later down my career, like more like when I left Sheffield Wednesday, I thought my story had finished. I thought my story was dead. Just because football stopped. But in reality, that is where my purpose began. Because if I didn't go through what I went through, or the journey that I did, I wouldn't be able to be now helping the next generation, or, well, trying to help the next generation. I don't rush, don't rush God. He works in his own time. But one thing a lot of people do, though, is because they look at what other people are doing and they compare. Sometimes you might be same age, you compare. Even your siblings, sometimes you compare. But no, your journey is your journey only. And he carried through, like, from my darkest and deepest moments in my life. It can carry through yours too, God willing.